My last video was on vaccines and how they work. On this video, I want to answer a few more questions and talk about the mandate um, being that Trump and his people are saying they don't want on public schools, or they'll defund them. Uh, First off, my first publication was on making a vaccine that was a virus that could be used as a biological weapon. The Department of Defense paid for it. Um, Later in my career, I worked mostly on pediatric, that's childhood cancer research, and that's funded by the almost exclusively by the NIH. But that's just a little background on me. First of all, uh, Trump says or has said that if there's mandates that on public schools have that the children must be vaccinated, which almost all public schools have, he won't fund them, and he'll put that funding over to private schools. Um, Now, first off, the Department of Education doesn't fund the major schools. It funds things like the disabled special needs programs and school lunches. And if he was to stop that, that would just be terrible and show that, in my opinion, he doesn't care about kids or you. And my opinion, he's shown he doesn't care about you anyway, but that's just my opinion. But the states are who fund most, do most of the funding for the public schools. Now, this would be, I would think, oh, good, the states are smarter, but I'm afraid the red states would probably enact this same uh, thing where they wouldn't fund public schools that had a mandate on vaccines. So, why, you ask me, does my kid need to be vaccinated? So, let me explain something called herd immunity. Now, when there's people that can't get vaccinated, such as infants that are too young, people with compromised immune systems, and people that might be allergic to something in the vaccine. And if one of these gets, say measles, um, there might be a small spread, but um, all the people that are vaccinated around these people, this person and the small spread, breaks a chain of the spreading of the disease so it doesn't turn into an epidemic. So when you are getting your own child vaccinated, not only are you protecting them, but you're protecting other kids. And I hope you love your kid and you care about other kids around you. I love children. That's why I went into studying pediatric cancer, um, and I hope you love your children enough to get them vaccinated. Now, I know there's a, I hate to have to keep dispelling this rumor that, or misinformation that vaccines cause autism, but let me tell you the story one more time if you haven't heard it. A doctor named Andrew Wakefield, created a study that said the MMR vaccine caused autism. And it was later found to be deeply flawed, manipulated, and violated ethical issues such as being paid. Um, it was retracted by Lancet, the journal that had it. And numerous studies since then have shown that there's no correlation between autism and vaccines. And I'm tired of hearing this rumor, and it's Andrew Wakefield is a disgraced scientist or doctor. He's lost his license and no longer practices, can no longer practice. So, anyway, you've also probably, I don't know how this happened, but during all the misinformation spread about COVID, um, my opinion is Donald Trump's mishandling of COVID or caused thousands of people to die. People think somehow Trump has some kind of medical degree or something, and he's telling people to inject disinfectant into them for COVID to kill COVID, and I mean we could go off on all the bad things that happened and Trump did, but somewhere in all that misinformation, something came about that vaccines were bad and um, didn't work, and something that um, there used to be only a small group like there is on every conspiracy theory group of people that had this conspiracy theory about vaccines, um, turned into this whole MAGA people. And I seen them before the election holding signs, vaccines don't work, and all kinds of bullshit. And that's what it is. I don't know if you have questions about vaccines. I can try to answer them for you, but we need to fight this ruling about getting no funding if you have a mandate for vaccines. Red states, you already are pretty much taken over as the worst states in education. So don't make it worse by implementing this this rule. Thank you. Have a nice day.